That's what he wants. Adam didn't pray like we prayed before he fell. He didn't. That started after he fell. Because what Adam wants to do after he fell, Adam's goal now, I got to get back to God. I got to do something now to reconnect with God. This is how we got to where we are today, where we think we got to have 2 songs in a scripture before God gonna come. Or we got to fast all week before he gonna show up. There's greater truth though. It's called divine nature. That you walk in a conscious awareness that he's in you. And all he wants in order to manifest that presence is for you to be authentic. You've heard me say this, I say it again. If you have to ask God to come, something's wrong. If you have to invite him, if you have to have what they call it, an invocation. I remember they told me to do the invocation. I didn't even know what it was. What's that? I had to look it up. I found that's when you invite God. Well, something is wrong if we have to invite him. Because Adam never invited him, and he showed up. If you have to say, God, come. God, you're welcome. You're welcome. Something's wrong. Manifest your presence, God. Jesus never. Adam never, before the fall, never said anything like that. Jesus never, even, there's one time that Jesus prayed before he did something. And that was when he raised Lazarus. And he said, the only reason I'm talking to you now, Father, I want the people to realize who's really doing this. It wasn't for him, it was for them. That's why when you hear me pray, I acknowledge, I don't invite. I acknowledge he's here. When you show up, God shows up. People talking about you a glory carrier, then you get up and invite him. That's 2 different concepts. If you are a glory carrier, why you got invited? It's like something leaked out on your way in or something. Or you get up and sing some song that's an invocation. No, we acknowledge him as the teacher. We acknowledge, if I'm a teacher, I'm going to acknowledge him as the teacher. All right? Whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to acknowledge him. That it's him working in me and through me. That's going to empower me to get this thing done. I ain't going to invite him. Because that's to tell you, I believe he's not there. People fast for days just to get God to show up. Fasting is not to get God to show up. Fasting is to make you more sensitive to his presence. Don't you realize that's the whole concept? God, way off here now. Grace versus works. If it's of works, it's not of faith. Anything you do to try to get him to come is classified as works. If it's not of grace, it's of works. And if it's not of faith, it's sin. So if I don't believe he's there, and I got to invite him, and I'm going to work to get him to come, we're going to miss God.